Right, welcome to the live. I'm just doing a quick one. Audio's on, yep. Just doing a quick one because I've got a lot of work on today. Just going to have a bit of a chat about identity and its relationship to getting what you want out of life, hitting your goals. So, fundamentally, sometimes a lot of goal setting fails because people don't really believe in it. You know, it's like you might start to achieve your goals just by setting tasks and starting doing them, and that's great, right? Because everything that's ever achieved is achieved in the doing. You know, you can do as much mental masturbation as you like, as much thinking, but unless you take action, it's not going to work. You know, it's getting a bit cold as well, so I've just chucked this hoodie on because it's starting to get cold. I'll be out with the gloves soon. So yeah, I mean, essentially, if you don't really believe in that goal, if if it isn't part of your who you see yourself to be, your identity, then it's not likely to work. You know, it has to be integral. It's like what I always say. You know, create yourself an identity and then go and live it. And it's as simple as that. And I was did a live stream the other day. I think it might have been Saturday or Sunday, possibly Sunday morning. And one of my listeners pointed out a few things about this. And here's the good thing. That listener then, we talk on social media, one of my good friends. We ended up having a phone call, right? A bit of a chat about this book, Cybernetics, which is a good book in terms of identity. I know I sort of put it into journal and everything that I do, but what you got to understand is a lot of this stuff come from this book, Cybernetics, which Maxwell Maltz, I think it's like one of those, a lot of personal development has come from this book. It was written in 1960, and I think it's like, you know, it's like the godfather of self-improvement, if you like. It's all based on self-image, who you see yourself to be, and using that self-image as a guiding, it's like a North Star. So your identity is like your highest level goal. Stick it on the horizon and just aim at it, right? And this book is quite a loose way of, you know, it works, but it's a loose way of doing it. It doesn't actually give you the step-by-step tools to actually achieve it. Yes, you know, plonk your identity on the horizon somewhere and you aim at it. And the idea with this book is Maxwell Maltz makes the analogy of a guided missile. You know, when you fire a guided missile, it's not actually aiming at the target as such. What it's doing is it's course correcting, right? So it's aiming in that general direction. And if it starts to go over here, it's going turn a little bit and then turn. It's a bit like driving a car, you know, you're never completely aiming straight down the road. There's a bit of this going on. It's like micro movements, because what you're doing is you're getting feedback. I'm veering right, so I'm going to stay left a bit. I'm veering left, I'm going to stay right a bit. And that's what Maxwell Maltz talks about in this book with that guided missile. Is like, the whole idea is your brain is like a feedback mechanism. It's almost like a set of mechanical servo motors that if you set yourself a target on the horizon and you start veering off course, you will course correct. And Maxwell Maltz says, don't worry too much about the exact plan. It's as long as you're living in alignment with that plan and you make little micro decisions along the way. Great strategy. So yeah, I mean, that's, you know, my journal. the Journal for Goal Achievement, is kind of based on that, the identity evolution cycle. I know I show this a lot. That diagram, these are these daily habits here, what you do on a day-to-day basis. These are your micro movements, and you've got your identity at the top. So this is like your vision plonked on the horizon, and your identity really is you are the sum of your habits. So the idea being down here is your little micro movements and your little habits that you do all the time need to be in alignment with that. If they do, they confirm it, right? They confirm that identity. If they don't, they'll confirm something else. An example of that is if you claim to be healthy, let's say that you've had a drink problem or something, and then you claim to not do that anymore, and you tell everyone, I'm not drinking now, I'm sober, but then secretly, when no one's watching, you're knocking back the whiskies. No matter what you tell yourself, your identity is. Your body doesn't lie. It will confirm something else. You know what I mean? And this is really what karma is about. Karma is basically, you reap what you sow, what you put out, you get back. And there's a lot of things in this world that are very, very relevant to this. The whole visualization and manifestation, to me, is basically visualizing the identity. You visualize the life that you want, right? And then you start living in accordance with it. And then over time, it doesn't happen overnight. This is the other thing, don't forget. I always talk about, like, I've done this a lot in a lot of articles I've written recently, the 4 techniques of discipline. Top 1, delayed gratification. It doesn't happen overnight. If you're there, you're trying to improve and you make the changes, and then you give up because they've not happened quick enough. No, you need to keep going. So, yeah, you are right. Karma is a bitch, right? But the thing is, when you think about karma, I like karma. I've got a lot of books on it, and that one about the drink is the simplest way of explaining it. Let's get on to the topic of karma, because I like this topic. The simplest way of explaining karma is like dead simple. If you eat loads of processed food and shite and bad calories and just overeat, you're going to put weight on. You're going to get fat. That is karma. That's just like the very simplest way of explaining karma. If you go through life, a next level might be, if you go through life lying all the time, and not being truthful to people, eventually it's going to bite you, where you're going to get someone else lying to you or whatever, or something bad is going to happen. You're going to lose some friends. That's next level karma. I mean, other level karma, there's so much to it. It's like there's a thing in karma called karmic molding, where you get several chances to change, and it's almost like intuition telling you. So let's say you're doing something and you're sailing too close to the wind and you're taking a bit of a risk on something, whether that's like in a relationship or something where you're treating someone badly. There's only so many times you can do that before that thing just blows up in a cloud of smoke. And you'll get several little signs along the way. Like sometimes your intuition tells you, I better stop doing that, or I better stop doing this. Or let's say, like, you've set yourself a plan you've got all this work to do, you've got to do it, and you keep procrastinating, and you get these little, or like the relationship example, you get these little signs, little intuition things in your brain saying, you must do this, don't forget, you've not started, and you've got to stop eating that crap, or whatever it might be. Karmic molding does this. It warns you along the way. Eventually, Karma crystallizes. It's called crystallizing the karma. But you'll have had several chances. By the time it's crystallized, that's when you get the whole, oh, fuck, regret, and I wish I'd. Well, you knew about it, you know, and that's karma. Yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, what's this? I know Karma, and it's a very nice person. It's a very and she's a very nice person. Who's Karma? The very nice person. We're paranormal investigating team in the UK. Definitely reap what we sow. Yes, you're a paranormal investigating team. Ah, there's one in my local town that I think they joined me on a social chat. I must know someone. I don't know who's behind it, but it's like secret paranormal group that join me on socials. Anyway, yeah, I like that stuff. I think, right, I was just reading about something earlier because I haven't got long. Right, this is something else. Maybe this is relevant. What we on here now? The counterfactual. I was just reading about the counterfactual. No, it's not relevant. Right, anyway, little chat about identity, its importance, and the other part is if you set an identity and you don't live in accordance with it, karma will get you. So, nice little point. Right, I've got to shoot, everyone. Apologies, it's only a short one, but I do have a lot of work to do today. So, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this guy's trying to promote his channel. Yeah, fair enough. I understand that. People do this. People can come on and put comments on about their own channels. I will actually have a look at it, actually. But yeah, thanks, folks. Go and have a nice day, everyone. Okay, thanks for listening.